You're watching Rogers TV. This program is brought to you by Rogers Xfinity, connecting you to more of what you love. Visit Rogers.com for more details. The opinions expressed in the following programs are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect those of Rogers Cable or Rogers TV.
Welcome back to Uxbridge Scugog Life. I'm your host, Olivia Flanagan, and thanks for tuning in to this week's episode. Spring is upon us. The rain hopefully has gone away now, and the weather is on the way. And the warm weather also means playoff time. You can catch all the NHL action on Sportsnet with your favorite teams as we are almost in the finals now. So that is very exciting with the warm weather. And warm weather also means that there are lots of awesome events coming up. Outdoor event season is coming back, which outdoor events are just so much better than indoor events in my opinion. There's so much more fun being able to enjoy the sunshine outside. And if you are looking for events, we have our community update, or you can check out community calendars in your municipalities or the region of Durham with so many events that you can get out and active or fundraise, so much more. But now it's time for the USL community event update. So coming up in May, the Uxbridge Farmers Market is celebrating their 25th anniversary with a party on Sunday, May 25th from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. There are over 50 vendors coming out to this event. That is just amazing for Uxbridge. There's lots of food and drinks, kids activities, live music, and raffles. This is a free event happening at Second Wedge. The Uxbridge Farmers Market is such an awesome event, and it's been going on for 25 years. It's older than me, but that's just amazing, and I'm super looking forward to that. I will totally be going to the anniversary party. And summer and warm weather coming also means that live music and outdoor music is coming up, and the Old Fame Brewery is celebrating that with their small town open mic nights that have kicked off for the summer season in 2025. Thursdays from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. and they're also looking for performers still. So if you're an up-and-coming artist and looking to showcase your work, I think you can perform 3 original songs and 2 cover songs every night. Every Thursday they have different performers, so come on out, meet some local talent, and for performers looking to get out there and get their name out there, an awesome way to meet other artists, meet band members. Just a great way to celebrate music in Uxbridge and Port Perry. And then Willow Tree Farm is also hosting their live music Sundays from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. every Sunday. Relax on the patio, enjoy treats from their cafe, and grab a beverage from local businesses. This is a great way to also learn some local talent and enjoy it at a beautiful farm. So on today's episode, we have Alec from CMHA Durham talking about their open house event happening Wednesday, May 28th. This is an awesome event to learn about everything that CMHA does in Oshawa and Durham, and they're just such an amazing organization. Alec is awesome. We have Molly Maid with some spring cleaning tips. I got my hands in there and learned some spring cleaning tips. Make sure to stay tuned for that because there are some awesome tips in there. And we have Carolyn from the Township of Uxbridge talking about pool safety. Victoria Day weekend just happened and everyone's getting their patio furniture, their outdoor pools ready, and it's important to stay safe with pools. Again, I'm your host, Olivia Flanagan. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Uxbridge Scugog Life, and we'll see you after the break.
October 5th, 2014, my daughter was hit by a train. She was walking along the sides of the tracks, and it shattered her world.
Welcome back to Uxbridge Scugog Life, and for this segment I am joined with Alec from CMHA Durham. Alec, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
So you have a very exciting event coming up, your open house. Are you looking forward to it?
Very, very much so. So last week was Mental Health Week, and
Yeah.
we wanted to use it as an opportunity to let people know about our open house coming up on May 28th. And it's a great opportunity to come by CMHA Durham and learn about all our programs and services.
Yeah, so for people that are watching, can you talk a little bit about what CMHA Durham's all about?
Absolutely. So we're the Canadian Mental Health Association, Durham, and we offer a wide range of mental health and primary care services all over Durham region. We do that through advocacy and direct support and education throughout the community, and we envision a community where living well is promoted. The idea that people can talk openly about their health, their mental health, and how they're feeling, and engage with everyone around that. So it's very much in keeping with the message around Mental Health Week, which was about unmasking and kind of fighting stigma, and this is doing that same kind of thing.
For sure. Now, so your open house coming up on the 28th. What can people kind of look forward to at this event?
Great. Well, we're offering guided tours where people will be kind of led around by a staff member who will show them the different programs and services, and also completely free roaming unguided tours where people can come in and just see the programs as they kind of want to check them out as they come through. It's also a great opportunity to meet directly with the staff who are providing services and learn about what they do.
Now, these kind of programs that you're talking about, what are some of the key programs and services that CMHA offers?
Right. Well, it's a great opportunity to come and learn about our nurse practitioner-led clinic, which offers primary care to everyone in Durham region, not just at people who are registered with Canadian Mental Health Association, but they offer all the care you would get from a family doctor with a much shorter wait list in a team setting, and have specialized care for individuals who may have mental health issues as well. It's also a great opportunity to see our Recovery College Wellness Center in action.
Awesome. Now, what would you say is the importance of CMHA Durham to the community? You kind of talked about the services that they provide, one-on-one support, but how does it kind of impact the community?
Well, the services we provide kind of touch everyone's lives. Mental health is such an important topic, and we're seeing more and more people being open to discussing it and talking about the kind of services they're receiving or the support they might need. So by coming and learning about CMHA Durham and the services we provide, we really hope that people get an opportunity to say, this might help me, or this might help someone I love, and see the kind of like the big impact that we have on our community, and hopefully the big impact we can have on their lives as well.
For sure. And for viewers and people coming to the event, like, it's good for people who are maybe thinking about looking to get support from CMHA Durham, or family members who are going to come out and maybe have a loved one struggling, that they're seeing all the programs and seeing if it's kind of something that they would feel comfortable putting their family into. Or
exactly.
whatever.
And I think a lot of people who kind of go through are really surprised by the amount of services we offer, and may find that there's something there for them that they never would have expected.
Yeah. So how can people kind of get involved and support CMHA Durham?
Great. So I think coming to the tour would be an amazing way to kind of get connected. But also we're really, really lucky to have some amazing community fundraisers. Just last week we had a group called Slam the Stigma that ran a memorial roller hockey tournament as a fundraiser for CMHA Durham. And while we do appreciate the fundraiser, and it was wonderful that they raised funds to help support the programs we offer, what's really amazing is that it kind of opens the conversation about mental health.
For sure.
And gives people an opportunity to talk about, you know, how they're feeling and what's going on with them, and just engage in a way that's kind of free of stigma and judgment, and makes them feel like they can be open and talk more about it.
Yeah, and besides just the services you offer, you guys also host events. You just had your Mental Health Week kind of events happening.
Yeah.
How do those go?
Wonderful, wonderful. We're really lucky. So many cities around Durham region declared this week as Mental Health Week and did flag raisings for us. It was a great opportunity to kind of connect with local politicians, talk about our programs and services, and talk about Mental Health Week.
Awesome. So how can people learn more and sign up for the tour and event?
Great. So if people want to join our tour, you can sign up, go to our website, cmhadurham.ca. If you scroll down, there's a link for the open house page that has all the times and you know, all the information about it right there. It's at 60 Bond Street West in Oshawa at our headquarters. And then you can sign up for the time and the kind of tour that you'd like, and just get an opportunity to come and learn more about what we do.
Awesome. So now you have the open house coming up, but do you happen to have any other events coming up in the future?
We have lots of things kind of on the go, but I really want to kind of encourage people to come out to the open house. And the great thing about that is when people come to the open house, they learn about other things that are coming up as well.
For sure.
And we'll have more things to talk about at that point. But the great thing is so many people come to the open house and they see the different kind of programs we offer actually in action. So like our Recovery College Wellness Center, I kind of mentioned it briefly, is this amazing program that kind of looks at mental health from an educational perspective and helps people through their recovery process with the assistance of people who are peers who have kind of been through their recovery journey. It's one thing to talk about that, and it's an amazing kind of program, but actually seeing it in place, actually talking to the people who are providing those services, who are doing that kind of support, getting a chance to see what that's like is wonderful. And I think that's an experience everyone should get a chance to have.
Yeah, and even someone that's maybe feeling hesitant about coming in, being able to like openly walk through and freely talk to one of the service providers and be like, oh, like I feel comfortable here, like now there's some sort of connection. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. So many people, whenever people come to CMHA Durham, most of the time they say, I had no idea there was all these kind of services available here, that all this stuff was here in our building. It's a really big building, but what's inside is so much larger than you would expect. There's so many more services and programs and options out there for people to get connected with support. So I really hope people get a chance to come to the tour, see all that, and find something that works for them or someone they love.
Awesome. So I'm super looking forward to this event. I'm sure you are too. Wednesday, May 28th from 1 to 7. And where can people head to?
You can head to our website, cmhadurham.ca, and sign up for their tour time then.
Awesome. Well, Alec, thank you so much for joining me today, and good luck on the event.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us. Looking forward to seeing you there.
Yes. And we'll see you after the break.
Knights of Columbus TV Bingo, 7 p.m. right here on Rogers TV. Buy your tickets from your local merchants for your chance to win up to $5,000 every Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here on Rogers TV.
You're watching Rogers TV.
Welcome back to Uxbridge Scugog Life, and for this segment I am joined with Kim from Molly Maid. Kim, thanks for joining me today.
No problem.
And so you're kind of here to talk today about your spring cleaning, things you can clean with around your house. You don't have to go out and spend a lot of money on cleaning supplies, right?
Yeah, these are things that people have generally in their homes, and I'm giving you kind of new uses for them.
Yes.
So we all have a lint roller in our home.
Yep.
Great way of cleaning off your excuse me, your lampshades, because they do collect dust, they do collect animal hair, is with a lint brush. And all you're going to do is simply roll it over, and it does a great job at picking everything up. Don't forget, you want to go along the top as well, because it does collect there and underneath. And what you want to do too is, while you're doing this, you want to take a cloth and give the light bulb a really good wipe down as well.
Okay.
All of this brightens your room with the dust and the dog hair and the cat hair and everything else. Once it's cleaned, your room is actually brighter. So another way of removing hair, this is a game changer. You want to take these are simply dishwashing gloves.
Yep.
Try to get ones that have the little ribs and ridges and whatnot on them.
Yep.
And this is to take dog hair, cat hair, any type of hair, lint off of larger areas. So the roller works really well in a smaller area.
Yep.
And again, all you're going to do is just take it, and you're just going to rub your hand.
Wow.
And you can just see it roll all up. This is, like I said, an absolute game changer. Something you can do each evening, because there's always dog hair and cat hair to be found. Also works when you're on your little throw areas. The dogs and cats tend to lay here as well.
Yeah.
And all you're doing is simply just rubbing it and having it all come off.
Yeah, and you can even hear the little ridges on the texture of the carpet.
Yeah, it's fantastic. If you find you're doing this in the winter and it gets a little staticky, you can always just moisten your gloves up a little bit with a little bit of water. Okay, next, vinegar. Fantastic cleaner.
Yeah.
Vinegar is acetic acid. It breaks down lime and scale. So you have your shower head, and you'll know how that gets clogged up, and all of a sudden you lose your power stream. So all you want to do with this is grab a baggie. You don't have to disassemble it. You can actually leave it up in the shower while you're doing this. And you're going to put it in a baggie. I'm going to throw a little bit of vinegar in there. What you do want to make sure is that it's compatible. So anything nickel plated, I would say avoid it, or do a little test area to make sure it doesn't discolor.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're pretty much free to go. You're going to pour the vinegar in there. There we go. You're going to make sure it covers the head. So this is actually hanging up in your shower.
Okay.
You're going to let it soak 30 minutes, an hour, overnight. Chuck it, depends on how bad it is, and you will be absolutely amazed. So I've had one here that's leaking that has been soaking.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it off. I'm going to give it a little dry.
Look at that.
It looks brand
spanking
new.
new.
And you know what? You're going to get your jets back.
Yeah.
So this is a fantastic, fantastic trick.
Awesome.
Trick to do. Okay, next. Do you want to do this one?
Sure.
All right, everybody has coffee filters.
Yeah.
They make absolutely fantastic cleaners for glass and mirrors. They are lint-free and they are streak-free. You know,
Wow.
when you're using paper towels, you always end up with the
Yeah.
lint and whatnot. This will not leave any lint. We've got a glass cleaner here, so if you
Okay.
want to show how quick and easy it is, if you purchase excuse me, if you purchase coffee filters that are non-bleached, they are compostable. They're fully recyclable. But you can see that it's leaving absolutely no streaks. You can grab another one if you have a lot of.
Yeah. I sprayed too much today. But yeah.
You just crinkle it up. Just crunch it up.
Crunch it up.
Yeah. And everybody has these at home. They're relatively cheap.
Yeah.
And again, just a great way. You can see the phone sitting there as well.
Yeah.
Wonderful to use on keyboards, phones. I wouldn't be spraying any product on the phone or the keyboard,
Okay.
but if you have a little bit on that's left on the coffee filter,
Yes,
you
this
can
one's
wipe
still
down.
wet.
Yeah, you can wipe down the phone as well.
And I feel like when you buy coffee filters, like you don't use them all the time, so you have a million laying around.
You have a ton.
Why not use it to clean instead of buying paper towels, right?
And you also, when you buy a new coffee machine, a lot of times you don't have the same size.
Yes.
So this is a great way to
off a little
reuse
bit.
what you have. Thank you.
There you go.
That's perfect.
Not wet.
There you go.
Awesome.
Okay, spring has sprung. We all like
Yes.
to have flowers around our house.
Yes.
Well, sometimes you leave the flowers in the vase just a little too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, you end up with the kind of the crusties. You end up with leaves stuck in there. So a great way of cleaning them when you can't get your hand in there to give a really good scrub.
Yeah.
Take about a cup of rice. You're going to pour that into the vase.
Any specific rice? Oops.
Whoops. No, whatever you have on hand is good.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to take the water. We're going to fill it up about just under a half.
Don't spill it anymore.
Perfect.
That's good.
Yep.
Okay.
And you're just going to take whatever dish soap you have and you're going to give it a couple squirts. That's good.
Good.
Make sure it's not hot water. You don't want the rice to start getting mushy.
Yeah.
The rice is going to act as a mild abrasive. So it's actually going to clean it off for you, take the gunky rim that's left there and the leaf. So what you want to do now, pick it up and you're going to start giving it really good swirl. Get the action going there. Swirl.
Faster?
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to spill it.
And that's going to remove everything. If you have an older vase or a super thin one, maybe an antique vase, you want to be
Yeah.
a little more careful. You want to use probably about half the rice.
Okay.
But otherwise, go at her, and it's great. It cleans it right
Yeah,
up. You can
look at
probably
that.
you can already see that it's
Gone.
taken it. When you dump it, make sure you get all the rice out because the
Yes.
rice will get a little moldy. So
Yes.
okay.
And how would you dispose of that? Just compost?
I would put the water into the sink and the
Yeah.
rice into my green bin. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Cleaning your microwave.
Yeah.
They get odory, they get dirty. You're in there trying to spray and clean. Fantastic way of cleaning your microwave is, if you want to cut that in half for me, please.
Okay.
And then into quarters. You didn't think you'd be this active here, did you?
No.
No, look at
This is
this is
fun.
an interactive.
Keep going, one more?
Nope, that's
That's
fine.
good?
That's fine. And you want to do that one as well.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is take your measuring cup with plain water. You're going to throw it into the microwave, throw in a lemon, and then you're going to put, excuse me, you're then going to put the microwave on high for probably about 3 minutes.
Okay.
Water's going to boil. Steam's going to come. Number one, you're going to have the lemon essence coming through.
Yep.
That's going to freshen the microwave. It's also going to help clean. Lemon is a phenomenal cleaner. It's also going to steam inside of the oven, so it's going to loosen all the particles inside of the oven. So all you have to do, you're just going to take that out at the end.
Yeah. Just give a little wipe.
It's going to be all soft and easy to remove.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. On the lemon theory, you know how your cutting board can get pretty yucky and gungy too. Sometimes it can get a little discolored.
Yeah.
We're going to use the lemon again. You want to cut that one in half?
Okay.
There we go. So if you have some staining, what you want to do is just take regular table salt.
Yep.
This is going to act as an abrasive. This is going to act as the cleaning agent.
Okay.
So we're just going to put a little bit down.
Salt on there.
A little salt. Let's move that out of the way. There we go. And you're just going to rub.
And that will get off any
Good.
stains.
Yeah, your muscles. That's it. That's it.
There you go. And get off any stains.
Yeah, and then you'll just rinse it as normal.
Awesome.
And again, lemon scent. Lemon is a natural cleaner. Any of the citrus, orange, lemon,
Yeah.
anything like that is a natural cleaner. Fantastic to use. 100% food safe.
Yes. Awesome. So if you haven't started your spring cleaning or need to get some more tips done even for the summer, whenever you want to clean, these are some awesome tips that you can use. You don't even have to go out and buy new cleaning supplies.
Nope. You probably have pretty much everything
All of it
at home.
in your house. Awesome. Okay, well, Kim, thanks for joining me today.
No problem. My pleasure.
And we'll see you after the break.
You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to rogerstv.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at rogerstv.com.
This is Rogers TV.
Welcome back to Uxbridge Scugog Life. I'm your host, Olivia Flanagan, and I am joined with Carolyn from the Township of Uxbridge. You are the aquatic manager, and you're here today to talk about pool safety.
Yes, for backyard pools.
Yes.
Pools are opening.
Yes, Victoria Day weekend, kickoff to summer, weather's getting warmer, people are putting their pools up. I know my family, we've taken out all our patio furniture. We have just like a little above ground pool that we put up every year for fun.
It is.
People are doing that too.
It is. It's the time of year. Pool companies are very busy.
Yeah.
But there's some things that we need to be aware of.
For sure.
Definitely some backyard pool safety.
Yes.
Just so that you know, 11% of drownings in Ontario last year were in backyard pools.
Wow.
They tend to be unsupervised
Yeah.
or not supervised well enough.
Right.
So there's some ways that you can protect yourself.
For sure. So do you want to kind of talk about some tips and tricks that parents and viewers should kind of think about if they have their young ones swimming in the pool?
Definitely. One thing, designate a watcher.
Yeah.
So this is the water watcher. Give them a whistle so that they can blow the whistle if there's an emergency and everybody will know. This person is not drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
This person is not sitting on their phone like this.
Yeah.
You can't watch a pool when you're watching your phone.
For sure.
So you want all of your attention on the pool area.
Yeah.
Eliminate the distractions. You're not
Yeah.
going in while the kids are in the pool. You're not going into the house to grab that drink.
Yeah.
So that's a big one.
For sure. I remember as a kid, every time my mom had to go inside, she'd be like, okay, everyone get out. I have to go in. It's important because it can happen in a split second, right?
It does happen, and it only takes a split second,
Yeah.
and it happens, especially with younger kids.
For sure.
Another thing, life jackets and PFDs are cool. And they are so many different colors now and so many different styles depending on what you're doing.
Yeah.
But put the kids in a life jacket or a PFD.
For sure. It
And
saves your life, right?
it does. It'll keep them up and keep them breathing. Know what drowning looks like. When I say somebody's drowning, what do you think of? Do you think of the Hollywood version?
Probably.
Where everybody's like
Yeah.
screaming, I'm help, help, help.
Yeah.
A drowning person doesn't look like that. They might be using their hands trying to get up,
Yeah.
but they can't talk. They're so busy trying to breathe
Right.
that they can't do that. And their eyes will be like bugged out because they're very afraid.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you know what drowning really looks like.
Yeah.
It's not that active. It's very quiet.
Yeah. For sure. And kind of moving on to your next tip, not to jump into it, but just like knowing what the signs look like, but then also being able to kind of save someone's life in that situation.
First aid and CPR courses, they're all over the place.
Yeah.
Find one, take one. We do offer them at the pool. Inquire. Sometimes they're not always scheduled, but we can schedule one if you have 6 people in a group that want to come to the pool. We can teach you on first aid and CPR. Very important skills.
For sure.
For anybody, not just backyard pool safety, but for anybody.
You never know when you're going to need it.
You never do.
You never know.
And you were always taught as a kid, swim with a buddy.
Yeah. Never swim alone.
Never swim alone, and that goes for any age. The highest percentage of drownings are actually in the 65 plus. And they're going into their pools and they're swimming alone.
Interesting.
Yeah, because they're like, I can swim. It's adults. I can swim. I don't need to worry about
Yeah.
having a buddy or letting somebody know that I'm in the pool. Those are very important things.
For sure.
And take designated breaks. We were talking about this a little bit before. So your mom
Yeah.
would drag you out of the pool and say, hey, it's time to have a snack.
Yeah.
Did you have that 20-minute rule where you couldn't go back in the pool because you were afraid you would have a tummy ache? Did you have
Maybe.
that? Some people did. Guess what? That break was not for your tummy. It was for the parent so
go
that they could have a rest because it's tiring watching the pool all the time.
For sure. And another tip, I see this graphic come up on like my Facebook and social media all the time of different swimsuit colors over top of waters and lakes. So there's also different colors that are recommended for young ones especially to wear in the water.
So bright colors, the bright yellows, the reds, the oranges, the purples. Stay away from blue or black. When I was teaching swimming as a teenager, I taught waterfront.
Yeah.
And one of the parents always dressed her daughter in these really vibrant colors. Bathing suit was gorgeous, but it was vibrant. And I once said to her, why do you always have her in such vibrant colors? And she actually pointed to the water and she said, you see that child there? The child was doing a handstand in the water. She said, I know it's mine because of the bright colors. I can always find her in the water.
Yeah. So stay away from the blues, like, because in that little graphic it has all like the colors on top of water. Stay away from the blues. Bright colors are the safest, right?
Yep.
For
they
sure.
definitely are.
And that's why they make the life jackets neon orange, neon yellow, and all those bright colors so you can see them.
Yes, definitely. So they do have them, and it is legal now to wear the different colors, but the bright colors are easier. If you've ever been water skiing and you fall in, you can pick that person out.
Yeah.
It's kind of away from backyard pools, but it's still important. Make sure you have some safety equipment around your pool too.
For sure.
Definitely important. Reaching pole, pool noodles, they're great. Try and stay away from anything that you have to inflate. Because what happens is they get a tiny hole and it slowly decreases, and then you have somebody that you think is a good swimmer and it floats and just comes in because the air's all gone out and they can't swim and they drown.
For sure. So with the warm weather on the way and coming up, these are some awesome tips to stay safe in your backyard pool. Carolyn, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes,
I've enjoyed it.
For sure. And thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Uxbridge Scugog Life. I'm your host, Olivia Flanagan, and we'll see you next time.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.